Youngwei Koo set to kick off.
And we are underway in Buffalo. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. First carry for the five-time Pro Bowler, LaDainian Tomlinson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
That one covers 29 yards, first down.
First and 10.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And he is out of bounds. It's work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Even though it's the opening drive of the game, he wasn't shy about taking off and running with the football, even knowing the defense is definitely going to take their shots at him, and that's exactly what they did. He better learn to slide, otherwise he won't be around to finish this one.
On 2nd down, it's Tomlinson, and he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, it's almost a tendency breaker.
They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now they'll throw it with Griffin. And a quick throw here that's complete. And they'll get this down to the 10. It's a first down on a gain of 10. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball. And sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running with confidence as the game goes on.
And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And with the play clock at 5, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 2nd down, Tomlinson. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the plays we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
On first down, Tannehill. Throw right side is hauled in by the tight end Gonzalez. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
At the 47-yard line.
Tomlinson again, a first down carry. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They run with LT. Well, we know he's an electric runner. Earlier this half, you were wondering how they were going to bottle him up at different levels. That was your suggestion. Some mixed results.
Yeah, certainly, because we have seen him bottled up at times. We've seen him play him very well. We've also seen him pop the cork a few times and get out of there.
We have indeed. And he will have a Patriots first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2. A 3-yard gain and enough for the first down.
At the 42-yard line.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime report.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
12 yards there and a first down. From the gun, it's Griffith. And he will find his man on the outside. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice.
And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. A 16-yard touchdown run. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. 33 yards that time.
This offense has been slow to get started, but that play will certainly give them a little bit of life. Maybe the late wake-up call that they had been seeking.
A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Tony Gonzalez there to make the grab. And the Broncos have cut it to within a score. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
10 at their own 36-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. This offense, thankful, I'm sure, to have the football back, but also, Charles, after a long drive of their own, they've got to be a little weary.
Yeah, I would agree with that. And what you
try to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may force them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
Following the fumble recovery, Tannehill. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Here we go.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Tannehill. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. And he gets this one to Ridley, complete. And they'll get this across the midfield stripe, but still winding up short of the first down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. The final shot here before the break, Tannehill. And that is going to be incomplete. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway from the 10. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Set.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say, maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down. Draw play, Elliott. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Second and 15. From the gun, here's Tannehill. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown.
We constantly talk about defenders having great vision and being able to see plays unfold and make their own plays. But you also have to have good feel as well because you can't see everything out there. See the play unfold, feel what's going on, and then get into the right spot and make your own play. And in this case, it turned out to be a highlight one.
Here's Smith to return it. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Fresh off the pick six, it's Tannehill. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter. They've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sideline and in the huddle looking at each other.
And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Tannehill. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Defense was thinking run, and they're dealt a pass of just under 20 yards.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the first down.
Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd down.
To the air again, Tannehill.
24-yard line.
He'll go underneath here to Elliott. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
No running room for Zeke on 1st down as he'll maybe get a yard out of that. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Tannehill. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
They certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And brought down before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
A pickup of 2 brings up 2nd and goal at the Patriots' 5-yard line.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. The line of scrimmage once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Elliott. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos draw a bit closer. He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was, and when you mentioned the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. An incredibly short fielded way up there. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. The Pats at the line, ready to go. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. And remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. They stay on the ground. Tomlinson, they'll only get a couple up to about the 30. Now the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Griffin being chased out left. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Here's Ty Long now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And they'll get to this and touch it. Looks like, yeah, right at the 15-yard line here.
At their own 15-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. And all the way home for a Broncos score.
Get me!
Ezekiel Elliott, 85 yards. And the Broncos have taken the lead.
There it is, partner. You see it. 4 fingers. What does that mean?
4 fingers. That signifies the 4th quarter's here.
That's right. Who's going to dominate? Usually both teams are holding them up. We own the 4th quarter, what we found out so far. 2 touchdowns here, and now they've taken the lead.
A second one putting them in front. You know what I see on the other sideline, though? It seems like they've tensed up, had that lead. They were playing not to lose it, and they've lost it.
That's a great observation. When you play not to lose, you usually don't win.
Now, though, they'll have the opportunity to respond. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. An incredibly short kick, fielded way up there. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is make sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
It's now 3rd down and 6.
Now RG3. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Gonzalez. A first down and then some. Give him 29 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 37-yard line.
Here's Griffin, rolling to his left. Caught by Gates, left side. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Griffin to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Call it a pickup of 7, and it's a second down.
At the 11-yard line.
They'll look to throw. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and it would appear, barring some late heroics, they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. One last throw here for Tannehill. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here. Coming down right to that last play. Great job.
Kick it and go. Kick it and go. Step on, spin move, is on. Scope the sideline, a touchdown, and put on a show. Kick it and go. I had to kick off and go. Kick it and go. I had to kick off and go. Step on, spin move, is on. Scope the sideline, a touchdown, I put on a show. Kick it and go. I had to kick off and go. Kick it and go. I had to kick off and go. Running it back, never a cap, out of the drought. Watch me ball, soon as I snap, hit of the pack, walk for the sack, shaking them all, breaking them all, talking my talk, walking my wall like I do. Sit on the throne, get in the zone, turn it on, must be the shoes, must be the team, must be the camp, must be the crew. You need a win, who need a win, that's all we do. I've been a king and I've been about mine, never could doubt mine, they running the route, I leave them outline when I hit them. Step on, spin move, is on, scope the sideline, a touchdown, I put on a show. I had to kick off and go. I had to kick off and go. Step on, spin move, is on, scope the sideline, a touchdown, I put on a show. I had to kick off and go. I had to kick off and go. Putting it down for that, time I was down and out, had to bring grinding back, doing the drills and working the wheel where you're grinding at, you know what it be, playing this here for the keeps, had to make out with a feast, a family to feed, third cold where the trophy should be, EA got me in the game now, breathe on with the game now, they're here with a lane now, my home second with a rain now, legendary on the field, kind of drip is a skill, this the highest cruiser bill, ain't nothing just the heel, step on, spin move, is on, scope the sideline, a touchdown, I put on a show, I had to kick off and go, I had to kick off and go, step on, spin move, is on, scope the sideline, a touchdown, I put on a show, I had to kick off and go, I had to kick off and go.
Hello, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The postseason continuing here on EA Sports. And, man, it is electric in here, and it should be conference championship time.
I don't know about you, but my butterflies in my stomach, they have iron wings in this one. And every guy I've ever talked to has all said the same thing. This game, the conference championship game, may have more intensity than even the Super Bowl because you know what the stakes are. You're trying so hard to get to the big game that this is the one that's the real challenge.
Set to kick off.
One of these teams will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl in 2 weeks' time. Which will it be as we're underway in the NFC title game? And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll start with the option. And his first pass is incomplete.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
555. I don't think you got it, son. No.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game, and the Patriots take over, and they're going to have terrific field position. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now it's Griffin. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. Give him 8 on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down. It's Tomlinson. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
But this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt them later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the second half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the first half.
Again, powerful running. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. And he's going to use his legs here. He rifles one that's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47, the 20, and he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Patriot defense has a touchdown. So they obviously decline that, and it is a touchdown.
They still have the option, but let's face it,
There's no option.
There's no option when you score a touchdown. An easy call for them.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Younghoe Koo set to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. To return it, here's Reggie Bush. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5.
Running from the gun with Henry. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
On the carry.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
55, Mike, 55. 26.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. Now, remember, they were unsuccessful earlier in this first quarter. Going for it on 4th. They're going to try a second time. Here we go on 4th down with Rodgers. Man open, it's Moss complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. That pickup goes for 25. What a flip of the script from 4th down to 1st.
50-yard line.
Over. 318. Yeah. 555. I'm here.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he's going to get this one down to the 45. It's a 5-yard pickup that time on what will wind up being the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second and 5.
All day, dog. Shit.
From the shotgun again to Elliott. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Well done from a safety to come up there at the line of scrimmage. Nice tackle, too.
Yeah, he actually played into his position, didn't he? He's the strong safety. That means being near the line of scrimmage, cleaning up the run game, almost an extra linebacker, and he relishes the opportunities to put a big hit on a runner.
And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Go. Hey, 88. All day.
Rodgers going to go on 4th down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. They were caught in no man's land that time, but the decision to go for it, that was the right one. It's a 1st down. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
2nd and 2.
They'll run with Elliott. And they'll get him down right around the 16. The Bears on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They're looking at 3rd and the nose of the football. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. 3rd and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. On the sneak, Rodgers. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Only a few inches needed on the get it, and now it's 4th down. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that, but by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. And the Bears are going to have a 1st and goal forthcoming as he takes this down to about the 5-yard line.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
A reminder, as we did all through the regular season, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman at halftime. He'll have highlights of analysis of this first half of play. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown. Set to return it. Here's Turner. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive. Missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you know, you've put something out there. You've given yourself a chance. You're in range.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
Andy, do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
A run there with Henry as he gets forward only for about 3. Second down coming up.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator. And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. That's complete to Moss out of the backfield. Touchdown, Chicago! Randy Moss, 53 yards, and the Bears have taken the lead. On this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from a shot at the big game, their big playability. They can strike from anywhere.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7.
Youngway Koo set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Set to return it, here's Turner. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
21-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Try to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowl safety Cam Chancellor. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Derrick Henry with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Bears will extend their lead. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions, and they're a PAT from going up 21-7.
Yeah, very impressive the way that they've moved the football. Full command of their playbook, full command of the way they wanted to attack.
It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Bears 21, Patriots 7. Youngway Koo set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Set to return it, here's Turner. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. To throw again, Griffin. And it's complete to Antonio Gates. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 16 yards, a 1st down.
1st down, New England.
From the shotgun, Griffin. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Over first and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
Set to kick off.
The Patriots trailing here, but they will have the football first as the third quarter is underway. Set to return it. Here's Turner. And he's going to be out of bounds on the return. Not a great return. They'll start back around the 17. The Pats at the line ready to go. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
This is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
3 on the play. First down, Patriots.
They'll keep it on the ground. Turner. He'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off around the 27. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop it right around the 1.
Stopped short of the goal line. A pickup of 2. Brings up 2nd.
They'll try and get Elliott. And he's not going to push his way forward. He's going to be stopped at the 2-yard line.
Short of the goal line. No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd.
Here's Elliott. And Elliott trying to work his way forward, but it looks like he did not make it. No gain on the play. And what to do now on 4th and goal?
4th and goal.
The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. They'll run. It's Henry. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Bears use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Well, I have to admit, I'm scratching my head a little bit here, trying to make sense of what I just saw. Number one, huge lead. Just kick the extra point and be done with it. Number two, if you are going to go for 2, just line up and go for it from the 2-yard line. Why make it so difficult? That's a long way to go to try and pick up some points.
And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23.
23-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Griffin. Finds his target. It's Gates. And he will have a Patriots 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Patriot 1st down. That's the end of the 3rd quarter with the score Bears 27, Patriots 7.
Throwing now, Griffin on 1st down. Forced out to his left. Throw left side complete. It's Gonzalez. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10. Once again, Griffin. Gates has it over the middle. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 12 more yards there and another 1st down. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He's caught. And he's brought down. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Tomlinson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. LaDainian Tomlinson taking it in. And the Patriots make some inroads here on that deficit. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that, and wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
Set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
At the line And prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And the pieces have fallen into place to this point. They've got a 2-score lead in the fourth quarter. A berth to the Super Bowl resting on their ability to see this one through to the end. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Here we go. 58. Blue 58. Blue 59.
They'll try and run some clock now with Elliott. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
Green 18. Watch tight end. 4 down. Watch it. Green 18.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And his defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. The Bears on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Throwing now is Rodgers. Sliding out of the pocket. And that will be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Patriots take over.
First and 10.
The Pats at the line ready to go. And they are in need of points here, no doubt about that. With a Super Bowl berth on the line and trailing here in the fourth quarter. And got his man complete. And even 30 yards on a play that began back at the 30. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 17 yards there for the Patriots as they've got themselves a first down. From the gun, it's Griffin. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32.
And we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, really. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches, I always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. They put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. And this is caught for a touchdown. So hang on now. Things just got a little bit more interesting here in the final minute. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. It's probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
So still a little over 40 seconds to go. Time enough to put a drive together if they can get this onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds. So unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
Go home, boy. 319.
The win for the Bears just around the corner. They go down to a knee. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. And they take a knee. And the crowd on its feet, and understandably so. They are Super Bowl bound after taking that knee.
How about the ability to celebrate not just winning a championship, but to do it with your fans on your home field? What a great collaboration for them all year long.
They will take a knee here and cue the celebrations. They are off to the Super Bowl.
Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throwing the football. So, to me, this seems like a case of just kind of taking their medicine there, run the ball, see if they could pick up something. Instead, they were throwing for a loss.
Score Bears 27, Patriots.
I buy like 23. Won't fall again and I put that on me. Yeah, I feel the way my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah, that's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Yeah, this the winning team. 6 rings with a pinky ring. Everybody used to pick at me, now I'm the one that they picking. Snakes out, they hit scene, but I can't hear when the crowd screams. Still ballin' like an all scream. This for all the ones that doubted me. Gotta lose once to be a true winner. Only want the hunters with the blues in it. Eating blood across it where the blood thinner. Juice stay turned like, you know. I've been through that water like Olympic swimmers. Only bread and butter, what we ate for dinner. So I had to dream it till the dream is bigger. Only want the gold, we don't need the silver. Gotta be number 1, number 2 never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna cop my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, got enough juice to end the drought. Yeah, I buy like 23. Won't fall again and I put that on me. Yeah, I feel the way my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah, that's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Reaching my goals, I do not feel.
All right, the challenge is in front of you. Do you accept it? I hope so. Keep the game on. Play the challenge. It's solo challenge, Madden Ultimate Team. After all the talk, it's time for football, and here we go. Super Bowl 55 is underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And they'll begin by running the option. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
On second down, here's the option. Rodgers throwing quickly out wide. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. A first down carry for Henry. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
He was taken down at the 22-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup.
Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
Taken down at the 19-yard line. That's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. Throw right side, going to be complete to Moss. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. With the first touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Bears take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears.
Score Bears 7, Patriots nothing. Younghoe Koo set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Set to return it, here's Turner. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. First carry for the 5-time Pro Bowler, LaDainian Tomlinson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. The loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Griffin. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Go! 19, Tiger, 19, Tiger. It's just me and you.
Here's Griffin. Eluding the pressure and eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Sacked there by Jadeveon Clowney. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single...
Looking for his tight end Gates, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And they will score a pick-6 for a Bears touchdown. What a moment for him, a pick-6 in the Super Bowl. You think about some of the big pick-6s over the history of this huge game. I remember, because I was watching with a lot of Colts fans, Tracy Porter picking Peyton Manning to get the Saints' first title.
Yeah, that one pretty much sealed the deal for New Orleans as well. But I got to go back a ways because, you know, unfortunately I'm considerably older. Herb Adderley, the Green Bay Packers, got it all started. The first pick-6, Super Bowl II against the Oakland Raiders, and some of the better ones that were out there. You might remember Dwight Smith of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers had 2 in one game when they won their Super Bowl championship against Rich Gannon in Oakland. You mentioned Tracy Porter already. How about James Harrison of the Steelers? You remember that one? 100 yards right before the half ended. That was a big-time play. But for me, the absolute classic, Willie Brown in slow motion against the Vikings for the Raiders. The grand old man, Willie Brown, 75 yards.
You recall them all. What a play here. Another pick-6 in the Super Bowl.
Younghoe Koo set to kick off.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. To throw is RG3. Right side catch. This is Gates. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's second and a yard from the 34. Out of the gun, Griffin. And to the right side here, it's Allen. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker.
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Jadeveon Clowney able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. Throwing on second and long. Griffin, and that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
It's now third.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Operating from the gun, Griffin. Not at all what they envisioned on third down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. Fourth down, and on is Ty Long to punt. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And this kick will be touchdown as they spot it inside the 45-yard line.
At their own 43-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front, or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. On second down, here's Henry. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
It's fourth down.
2 minutes on the clock in the second quarter of this Super Bowl.
Michael Dixon.
A reminder, coming up at intermission, we'll get highlights of this Super Bowl from Jonathan Coachman and the crew in Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
And they'll run with LT to begin the drive. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
1-yard line.
Now Griffin back into his end zone. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll get him down up past the 15. 15 yards on the play, first down. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it?
Not
because
at all.
those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a first down.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Check 26, check 26. He's coming.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Griffin. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
How about that, partner? His second sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list here. If he gets another one and everyone behaves nicely, we might just list those out for him. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. So they go with the empty set, and that's the risk you run right there. Nobody was there to protect.
Well, you know how most offenses have audibles and they've changed plays when they see certain sets? A lot of defenses do the exact same thing. You go to an empty back set, they bring pressure. And boy, did it pay off in this case.
Bring it up, bring it up, bring it up. Welcome to the NFL, baby.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Got out of the pocket, didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it, live to fight another down.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And out across midfield, down to the 45. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
45-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Incomplete. It's 2nd down and 10.
So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And, Charles, when you start talking about NFL kickers that have hit from 62 or further, it's a pretty short list, isn't it?
That it is, but how about the trust by a head coach to even let your kicker try from that range? That's really showing a lot of faith that he can get the job done.
Yeah, faith and guts. And this is secured by the Patriots.
The onside kick.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon.
Young Wei Koo is set to kick off.
These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them.
Second and 11 at the 24-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's second and 11.
Get wide.
Here's Griffin. Flush to his right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. That's one heck of a third down conversion, a pickup of 39.
38-yard line.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. They run with LT. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half. And that trend is continuing here.
Second and 12, operating from the 39. Griffin. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
At the 15-yard line.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17.
And that's his third sack, and that ties a Super Bowl record. Makes me think of my old college teammate, Reggie White. He had 3 with the Green Bay Packers in Super Bowl 31. Darnell Dockett of Arizona, Super Bowl 43. And Coney Ealy, 3 sacks for the Panthers against Denver in Super Bowl.
And the pressure gets to him again.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Griffin now off the bootleg. That one's complete to Tomlinson. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. He'll get 17 back there, but it'll still lead to a fourth down.
17.
Fourth down. Here's RG3. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Patriots come up empty on fourth down, and the Bears will get the football back.
On down.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Here's second and 9, just a yard on that last run. They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. He'll be upended at the 18. That's a very helpful pickup of 9 after the play began at the 9.
At the 18-yard line. Brings up third down.
Again, it's Elliott. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. 1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports.
Patriots, nothing.
Now here's Michael Dixon, standing just outside his own goal. And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now Tomlinson on 1st and 10. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Taking it in from 14 yards out. And the Patriots get a score closer. Great call to hand that one off, and his running back did the rest.
Someone read their keys correctly, and on the defensive side of the ball, they certainly did not, because they really essentially were just going to swarm the quarterback. They kind of guessed themselves out of the play, and guess who benefited? The guy with the football.
They're going to try and run. And he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. And that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they have been the better of the two sides to this point with a 2-score lead. 4th quarter of this Super Bowl. And the Lombardi Trophy within reach as they start this drive 1st and 10. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. Use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. On 2nd down now, it's Elliott. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
One of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll try and choose some clock with Henry. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. On 3rd down, Elliott. And he has the 1st down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively.
1st and 10.
So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. 10th carry now to Derrick Henry. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's third and a yard. Now the first carry for Bush. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It'll be a loss of 7 on the play. And that's going to make it fourth down. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. They spot it on the midfield stripe. So it is a 60-yard attempt here. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And that right there is something we've seen, I don't know, 15 times in NFL history. That will officially go down as a 60-yard field goal.
And everything has to be absolutely perfect for this to have any chance. He's got to get it out low and really drive through it. And I tell you, that was one heck of a kick. One heck of a decision on the sideline to even try it as well.
Now Griffin on first down. Thomas Tomlinson is running back. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll be a second down. Now it's Griffin. And a little floater there is incomplete. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. For whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when the next defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play. And this is caught, so it's a late touchdown, but maybe too late. Still a little time left on the clock, however. Coming from where they were, they knew this was going to be tough, but they got the touchdown. Now they need the miracle, the onside kick and a little extra.
Yeah, and you have to get the onside kick and not have the ball bounce around a lot and eat up time. You want to be able to grab it, possess it, and get your offense out there for what you just termed a miracle last chance.
So this likely just to get the final score a bit closer given the time remaining, but they'll have a go for 2 here. Griffin will throw again, and they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. And they're not able to complete it. Now just 6 seconds remain. Time for 1, maybe 2 more plays. So now with little time remaining, they'll have this and maybe 1 more play. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a camera on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
No, but I'm on this every day. You cannot run with me.
basic. Boy, you the op and your bros hating. All of them fake, I see both faces. Scared of the whip, it's a ghost racing. I knock them down to their cold cases. Marathon run, I'm a slow pacing. They did not want me to go places. Foil plans like the go place. And if we pulling up with the whole squad, are you ready to told y'all that you better be running? I'm in my go yard. When I walk in, I know y'all telling me nothing. I'm the man. Suck it if y'all in denial. I get the chip on them and I bust out the south side. Is that Vigo de Gallo? Boy, yo, stop it, quiet. If it's new, I done got it. See my jewels, shining, shining. White diamonds, Miley Cyrus. Private jet, private pilot. Look at me, stylish, stylish. Masterpiece, body, body. Hey, I don't know no better. I'm on this every day. You cannot run with
Jason Sanders set to kick off.
And we are underway here in Las Vegas. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. On 1st and 10, it's Griffin. And it's complete to Antonio Gates. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From midfield now, here's Griffin. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. Last play they went over 20 yards. This time they top 30. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Griffin. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Brought down by Trey Flowers. Tackle made back at the 22-yard line.
Now it's Griffin. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
And this is complete. It's out. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Here's Griffin to throw. This will be caught at about the 5. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
At the 4-yard line.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Chargers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. And the Chargers grab the 7-0 lead.
Makes the score. Chargers 7. Our home team, nothing.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
First carry for the legend, it's Bo Jackson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 20-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's George. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
3rd and 9.
On 3rd down, Fields. They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Charger TD.
Chargers.
We thought this defense would be opportunistic, and they were. Here, you're already up. Now you got a 2-touchdown lead. I tell you, going out there on defense, did they have a little bit of extra momentum with a score already on the board?
Oh, without a doubt. That already felt good to them. They took it and used it and obviously put up another one. But here's the thing now. Some defense coordinators might want to pull their guys back a little bit because they don't want them to make mistakes because they're too overamped. Others say, I've got 2-touchdown lead. Go get them, guys. They'll be even more aggressive. Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
On 2nd down, this is Jackson. He'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23.
The ball carrier.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage and mixed traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Now a guy who's been a Raider his entire career. This is Marcel Reese.
Marcel Reese. That's good. 4A.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
With the score, Chargers 14. Our home team, nothing.
Throwing on 1st down. Fields. Going up top. And that's caught inside the 35. And touchdown. A big play there. 75 yards. And his guys have made this a one-score game now. Solid response that time by a young quarterback. Last drive, interception. This drive, the touchdown pass.
I like how you described it, solid, because you don't get extra kudos for bouncing back if you're going to be a big-time quarterback. You're supposed to do that. But at the same time, when you're a rookie, that's not guaranteed, is it? Sometimes they hang their heads and they go in the tank a little bit. Not in this case. Bounce back, took his team downfield, and threw a touchdown pass.
Throwing now, Griffin on 1st down. Looking for Allen, he's got him on the slant. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30, they'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5 at the 30-yard line.
He's got his running back, LaDainian Tomlinson. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
They go play action. Griffin. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger first. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. The sack that time by Michael Strahan. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Another try after the 1st down sack. Griffin. And he checks this one down to LT out of the backfield. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the 2nd quarter, 14-7. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. And he's got a man open. That's Allen. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there, and a Charger 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
To throw is RG3. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. Then you give up the touchdown on the last drive, now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there, but it'll be second down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, third and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. After the sack, they'll come up now third and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And they're already in the red zone. The 18-yard line is where they take over. So from inside the 20, here's first and 10 at the 18.
18-yard line.
After the interception, here's Griffin. This is for his running back, Tomlinson. And the Chargers are going to have a first and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
The pass.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's second and goal.
At the 11.
Now Griffin. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, LA. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. So they hit the ball before it went 10 yards. I know that's tough, but you got to stay disciplined.
It is difficult because you're so eager to go get the football. It's that type of a play, but you're exactly right. Have to have the discipline to let it go 10 first.
On first and 10, Fields. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. Past the 20. And all the way in for the touchdown. Justin Jefferson as the first half is winding down. And his guys are able to make this a close game again. Well, this could be a big turnaround. They get the touchdown here in the final moments of the second quarter. And remember, Charles, they're going to get the ball to start quarter number 3 as well.
So what you're saying is if they take the ball down to start the second half and score again, it could change the entire complexion of this game, couldn't it?
Absolutely.
Catch made at the 25-yard line. The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off around the 37. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
First and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up first and 10 at their 36-yard line. A final shot before break. Fields flushed out right. And incomplete on the deep ball. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half.
Youngwei Koo set to kick off.
A touchdown the differential, a 7-point game as we get back underway in quarter number 3. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
93-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll run here with Bo. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 7 yards there and a first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On first down, Fields. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And there they bring pressure from the inside, and they get home.
Yeah, hard to block everyone, isn't it? And on this play, someone did not get blocked. He's the one who got home.
On second down now, it's Jackson. And good pursuit yet again by the Chargers as they stuff him behind the line. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or 2 short, and it's 4th down. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They'll try and run for it with a power back. Reese. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. They run on first down with Jackson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
He's getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. They run again with Jackson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Taken down at the...
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
From the gun, Fields. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Operating from the gun, Fields. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown.
Yeah, we dominate today.
From 19 yards away. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
And remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
Had 3 touchdown passes. You're right, he looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's really good.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. They'll need to regroup after the costly interception last time. It led to a tying touchdown. 21-all is where we stand, and they've got it 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Pass. Incomplete from the contact.
Third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Griffin. And his throw is incomplete. He was looking for Antonio Gates that time. And that'll make it 3rd down. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On 3rd down, Griffin. Throw right side is hauled in by the tight end Gonzalez. And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards.
25-yard line.
They'll throw on 1st down with Griffin. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
That's another Chargers 1st down.
On 1st down, Griffin. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back into 32. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. That throw into the arms of Allen. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Griffin. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range. But boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
No gain on the play. 2nd and...
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
A gain of 8.
Well, that's a good first step, but several steps still to go.
They still have time for the possible game-winning field goal. Time for them to be quick and hurry at the same time.
From the gun on 3rd down, Fields. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's George. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
Brandon, a lot of times you'll see running backs rotate in and out of the game, whether it's a completed pass, a good run, it doesn't matter. Here, not only does he stay in, but they go right back to him, and he makes another nice play. Back-to-back catches.
Throwing on 1st down, Fields. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. To throw again, Fields. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Flush to his right. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
And this is going to be intercepted. Deion Sanders, the Hall of Famer, with a pick. 20.
Yeah, it's on.
And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Charger TD.
Touchdown, Chargers.
In a tie game fourth quarter, that's about as big of a defensive play as you can possibly make.
And it didn't happen by accident. That was scouting right there. They've seen things that have happened before. They knew in certain situations type of plays they like to run, read it, and were able to go after the football, get it, and take it into the end zone for a touchdown for themselves.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Over first and 10.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense... And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Credit the sack to Joey Bosa. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now they do indeed get the timeout, so all is not lost. They'll have a chance for one final heave to the end zone. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. He's going to let it fly. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball...
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Pain, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask. Can I?
Hey, could count on my power and look at my dogs from. It was way back then, could claim what you saw, but you weren't with us. The higher the climb, the harder the fall, but how did you get up? I done got rich and went broke, then got rich again just to let you.
And off we go from Las Vegas. Fielded in the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
First and 10.
So from the 17 now, here's a first and 10. Out of the gun, Griffin. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that's caught inside the 35. A big play there on the first play of the game. And even 50 yards. Now Griffin on first down. Sideline throw, that's caught. Amari Cooper. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Give them 12 yards that time and a Las Vegas first. From the red zone now, here's Griffin on first down. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Darren Waller there to make the grab. And the Raiders drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. And that makes it 7-zip Vegas.
Makes the score Raiders 7, Chargers nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Griffin. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their...
Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. And this defense looking like they have come to play. The pick six, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Ski. That's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going, and they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it. Looking for his tight end Gates, and it's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield, and his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10.
A first carry now for Reggie Bush. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Tackle made there by the safety, Derwin James.
Brings up second.
On 2nd and 9, Griffin. His throw incomplete. Amari Cooper, the intended target. And it's 3rd down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
4th down. Here's RG3. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling.
Every play is supposed to get a player's best effort. But on 4th down, that really increases the stakes, doesn't it? What about that catch?
Heck of an effort picking up the first.
And now that team has to be motivated.
And this is caught by Cooper for a Raider touchdown. Amari Cooper, 37 yards. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage.
The kick is good.
Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
Gain of 18 on the play. And the Chargers
on 1st and 10, Griffin. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked off at the 35. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Well, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ball game.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver?
And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. The 20, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Josh Jacobs, 63 yards. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now.
makes the score Raiders 28, Chargers, nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard.
The Charger drive about to get going. They've got to be absolutely reeling right now. Couldn't have expected to be down this big this early. But that's the spot they're in as they come up to try again here. A nice looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
A gain of 21 yards. 1st down.
Throwing now, Griffin on 1st down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Griffin. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 29-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
1st down, Chargers.
And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
It leads to
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. To throw again. Griffin. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Incomplete. It's 3rd down and 10 yards.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. To throw on 3rd down. Griffin. And he comes back with one complete. And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Charger football to start quarter number 2. A first red zone opportunity here for the Chargers. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Chargers are able to close the gap just a bit.
I'm not sure that they have illusions right now of, okay, we're going to score 8 times in a row and we're going to be terrific. But to get one, that was huge for them. That has to feel much better right now.
And you do have, we're still in the first half. You do have the entire second half. There's something about that goose egg that just looked bad on that board, but now they've broken it.
Yeah, broken through. Can they maintain the pace? We'll see as we go along.
Well, it is still a lopsided score, so they're going to try a second quarter onside kick. And the hands team for the Raiders able to secure it. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have a superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
From the gun, it's Griffin. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
At the 31-yard line.
Now a carry for Jacobs. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. 3rd and long. It's Griffin. And that is incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, second down.
Go! 19, Charger, 19, Charger.
Throwing again. Griffin. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. That's sacked by Khalil Mack. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Third down. 3rd and 14.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And he's able to get it out of there. Fielded at the 43. A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over.
60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat.
On first down, Griffin. He's going to float this one deep right side. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Antonio Cromartie.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
The Charger drive about to get going. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Still 9 remaining on second down. This is Tomlinson. And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
5 yards on the play. And
Griffin finds his target. It's Gates. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
Ready? 60 Bison, 60 Bison. Go!
Throwing on first down. Griffin. And oh, look at that. A diving catch. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
First down.
On 1st and 10, Griffin. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. To throw again, Griffin. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Once again, Griffin. Gonna let this thing go deep for Gates. This is caught inside the 15. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Let's go! Bronco 80! 18, Pioneer!
Throwing again, Griffin. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Rob Woodson. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 42. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
Rodney Harrison there defensively.
19 Tiger.
Play action. It's Griffin. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And that will be incomplete with the clock down now to 13 seconds. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Here we go on 4th down with Griffin. Dancing to his left. He may try and run for this. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position.
On for the field goal. A 65-yard attempt.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. The Chargers going to get the football first here in this 2nd half, and they trail as we get back underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
No gain on the play.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
On 2nd down, it's Tomlinson. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
A gain of 15.
Tomlinson again, a 1st down carry. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And now you have to wonder, partner, at what point in time do they forget the running game? It's been a struggle so far in this one. I would think they'd have to start throwing it a little bit more.
On 2nd down, it's Turner. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
The tackle made by Nnamdi Asomugha. A 2-yard gain on the play.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Griffin. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. Touchdown, L.A. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And he is going to lose yardage here.
score, Raiders 28, Chargers 14.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it. Be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Well, we'll see what his offense can do. 16 more on that one and another first down.
At the 43-yard line.
On first down, they go with Jacobs again. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Well, the second down throw on target. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
From the shotgun, Griffin. He'll let this go for the end zone. And he finds Waller in the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Darren Waller, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Raiders add on to their lead.
That was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone, so give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. And down he goes, brought down a Raider sack. Give the sack to David Onyemata, the product of Nigeria by way of Canada.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
On second down now, Tomlinson, and able to find a little space. He gets this up over the 15 to the 16. Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole. 3rd and long. 3 quarters in the books. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll try and throw for it with Griffin. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And unable to break away. They...
Won't you get down with me, down with me, down with me? Pull you down with me, down with me, down with me. Won't you get down with me, down with me, down with me? Won't you down with me, down with me? Hold on. I got a crowd wrapping around the whole town for me. Name on my crowd, got a thou in the balcony. Nah, 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 I don't hear no clown talking foul on me. Won't shoot me down, send the cavalry. It been a while.
Anderson to kick off.
Here's the former Saint and Viking Morton Anderson to get this one started. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. They'll throw on first down with Griffin. He finds an opening past the 40, and it's complete to Antonio Gates. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Call that a very strong gain of 24. From the gun, Griffin. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And 22 more yards there and another first down. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Antonio Gates, 29 yards. And the Chargers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive.
The kick is good.
Koo able to connect on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. On play action, it's Rodgers. They'll roll him out right. And right away, he lost the football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. They're already trailing here in this first quarter. Last thing they needed was to cough the football. Well, they coughed it up, but luckily for them, it went out of bounds.
Yeah, still a long way to go. But when you're losing, every possession takes out a little bit more importance, doesn't it? And in that case, they almost made this game a lot more difficult.
He's got a man, complete. Past the 20. And he's taken down all the way inside the LA 10. It's a big play there for the Eagles. 72 yards. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. So nothing there that time, and maybe you need to look to the O-line. They weren't able to create any space.
No, they weren't, and you know as well as I do, as many offensive line coaches we've ever met, I think that'll be addressed loudly when those guys get to the sideline.
And they're usually loud and big.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
And with a play clock running out, Doug Peterson decides to take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And it's complete. What a catch at the 7. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Able to hold him to just 2 yards, and now it's 4th and goal.
319. Jumbo. 37's the mic. Mike 37. Hey, pick your game up. Yeah, we're going 37's the mic. Mike 37. Yeah.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Robert Woods there to make the grab. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. From his linebacker spot, that's Derek Brooks with a sack. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Griffin. He's got his running back, LaDainian Tomlinson. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. To throw is RG3. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. First carry for the 5-time Pro Bowler, LaDainian Tomlinson. And a lot of talent on this Eagle defense, and you've seen it on these last 2 plays, both losses. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5. Charger football to start quarter number 2. It'll be 3rd down and 5 for them to start things out. Play action. Now Griffin. Looking deep for his tight end Gates. That's caught inside the 20. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Antonio Gates with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Chargers have taken the lead. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Chargers 14, Eagles 7.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
Check 43.
On 2nd and 11 now. Rodgers. And that's caught left side. It's Woods. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Right side complete. That's Woods. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Run for Pollard. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he's got to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
I absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed, and he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers. They're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming. let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends, who you would think could absorb that contact.
And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. The Charger D making things difficult, and it's 4th down.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
Callie, don't let Callie. Easy.
Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. He's got Ozzie Newsome. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field. The former Charger All-Pro Eric Weddle on the stop.
But he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. On 2nd and 7, Rodgers. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
And he's got it. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. Now here's Pollard. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up.
After nearly 30 minutes of football, that touchdown puts us in a position where if they make the extra point, we're right back to even before we start the second half.
Extra point by Anderson, up and good. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. He was going for Gates, his tight end that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
At the 25-yard line.
They go play action. Griffin. Looking right sideline, that's complete. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. Off the play fake. Here's Griffin. Now he'll escape to his right. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. A big play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Chargers are going to take the lead. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
Chargers 21, Eagles 14.
So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 32-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play.
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this third quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Over here. He's not going to get me. Look at you.
They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Watch twist. Watch twist. He's crazy.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. He goes full extension, and he's got it. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 40.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. He rifles one that's intercepted. Desmond King picks it. 20.
Come on now. Come on.
And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD.
Lining up for the point after.
That was a nice catch, and not by the guy you thought it was going to be. How about the defender turning into an offensive player as soon as the ball hits his hands, and off he goes, off to the races, and into the end zone.
Set to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one, that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Robert Woods, former USC man, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
But it's tough time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Operating from the gun. Rodgers. Open man. That's Ozzie Newsome. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
First and 10
into the red zone. It's Rodgers. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Back north.
Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. Buying time to his left. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Weddle. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real
a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by a former Charger legend, Rodney Harrison. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Hey, 88.
From the 27, Rodgers. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, Rodgers. The LA defense up to snuff in coverage there. Pushes this to 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Rodgers going to throw. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. The Charger drive about to get going. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Second and 10 now. 3rd quarter action from Philadelphia, PA. They snap it at 1. Now it's Griffin. He's going to take another shot here. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the 5-time Pro Bowler Troy Vincent. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Harold Carmichael, the intended receiver, and now it's 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Inside. Jumbo.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Antonio Cromartie.
Another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drip. Hey, champion, huh? Yeah, we here. Yeah, this the winning team. 6 rings with a pinky ring. Everybody used to pick at me, now I'm the one that they picking. Snakes out, they hissing, but I can't hear when the crowd screams. Still balling like a offspring. This for all the ones that doubted me. Gotta lose once to be a true winner. Only want the hunters with the blues.
Set to go, Young Wei Koo ready to do the honors. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. On 1st and 10, it's Morgan. Escaping the pressure right. And incomplete to open things up.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
Now the first carry for Adrian Peterson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
1st and 10.
Now it's AP, Adrian Peterson. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
At the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Throwing on 2nd down. Morgan flushed out right. Now he'll let it go deep right. This is caught.
That's right, baby. It's all me.
Touchdown, Detroit. Calvin Johnson, 61 yards. And the Lions are going to take a first quarter lead.
His kick is...
As he was shuffling right out of the pocket, you could just tell he was going to take a shot downfield. He had his eyes down there the whole way.
He certainly did. He wasn't taking off to go, right? When he was flush from the pocket, a lot of times you see him, eyes will drop, ball will get tucked, and he takes off, becomes a running back. But as you noted, stayed alive as a passer, tremendous body control.
There he goes left side.
Get off the field.
Room to run at the 50. Still going inside the 30. That's a great response. You give up the first score of the game, but you go right down yourselves and get the equalizer.
I just had a flashback there. I remember playing in a game like that in college where one of my teammates had said in the media that week, the opposite team would be lucky to cross our goal line. They crossed it in the first minute of the game. On our first offensive play, we scored to answer back. Something similar to what we just saw there.
Very similar to what we just saw. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
From the 29, Morgan. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Kenny Galladay, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd down.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there.
Obviously, they didn't get everything they wanted on that completion, but they put themselves in a spot where you got to at least think about going for it. I know where we are on the field, but still, you've got to think about it, don't you?
He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
49-yard line.
Morgan sets up to throw on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. He'll run, and he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
Johnson, the intended target, and that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. From the gun, it's Morgan being chased out left. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. Throwing from the gun is Morgan. Forced out to his left. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Charger defense stands tall and they get the football back. Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10 at the 45. They go play action with Griffin. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no.
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes.
All right, partner, I'm going to be Captain Obvious right here. Not the start you're looking for offensively, right? Incomplete pass, followed by a sack.
And when he went down, it looked like that right ankle got turned, but thankfully he popped up okay, and they breathed a sigh of relief on that sideline. They'll get 8, but they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive because that's not enough. They'll indeed go for it with Griffin. And he's got his man on the out route. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. So, Charles, why in the world do you take that risk there?
It doesn't make a whole lot of sense on the surface. But I've been around enough of these coaches and enough of these meetings along the way. Sometimes they're so confident in a play call that they don't care about the situation. They think that that play, at that time, they're going to run it and pick up whatever they need. So maybe that's what influenced him there. I'm guessing because I have no other explanation.
Yeah, that's tough. Own side of the field, that chunk of yardage to pick up. Head scratcher. Rolling to his right. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A gain of 32 that time. 7-7, our score after one.
The score tied 7-7. Let's go now. Cowboy 80. Cowboy 80. Ready, go.
First down, Morgan with it. This is intercepted. Picked off by Deion Sanders. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage.
LT hit, and the ball is out. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And into the end zone, and scoop and score on the fumble return for the Detroit touchdown. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return? Everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home.
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
Catch made at the 25-yard line. The Chargers take over 1st and 10.
The Charger drive about to get going. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brian Poole. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
That one goes for 24 yards. Morgan on first down. Steps away to his left. He'll try and run it. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, not much there that time. And I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Morgan throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Kenny Galladay is intended receiver, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
I would say it'd probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series before you get out there.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
First down.
Now it's Tomlinson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
He was brought down at his...
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, that he always told his runners, run out the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
4 yards. It's now 4th down.
Anthony Lynn says now's the time. His guy's going on 4th down. They're running. Tomlinson. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Hey, nothing to see here, just your standard 4th down gain of 28 yards. And the drive keeps going. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They run with LT. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
On 2nd down, it's Turner. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. They'll run Tomlinson, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. On 2nd and goal, Griffin, and he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. On 3rd and goal, here's Griffin. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. Antonio Gates in the final seconds of the first half. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. An incredibly short kick. Now a hit and a loose football.
Is that it?
And he brings it back. Can you believe it? An offensive disaster on the final play of the first half.
They just had to hold on to the ball.
Lining up for the point after.
So problems here on special teams, and it results in the scoop and the score.
They talk all the time on special teams about keeping your head on a swivel, trying to see the whole field. Hard to do when things are going that fast, bodies all over the place. You're just trying to find the right guy to align yourself with. On that play, wow.
And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the 3rd quarter. And this will not work out. The Chargers able to recover. So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Welcome to the NFL, baby. Ready? 60 Bison, 60 Bison. Go!
Play action. It's Griffin. Steps away. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Well, we know he has pretty good hands on display there. In fact, he only needed one of them.
Yeah, nowadays, all these receivers work on this, right? They do the one-handed catches off the machine in practice. They do it with their...
And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Antonio Gates. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. No real hesitation from Anthony Lynn. They're going to go for 2. They'll try and run it here. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. On the run. He'll let this go deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. And finally, he's taken down at the 18. A big play there for Detroit. 57 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll be second down.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Operating from the gun. Morgan. He finds Tomlinson as running back. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. From 10 yards out, and the Lions have got it back to a 1-score game.
After allowing that last score, the defense knows they've got to tighten things up. Otherwise, they'll let them right back into the game.
And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead a little bit further.
27. Lions 22.
A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. Set to return it. Here's Turner. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. 16 yards is the pickup there at a first down for L.A. From the gun, it's Griffin. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Escaping the pressure right. That is caught inside the 5. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Tony Gonzalez. He scored on the ground and through the air. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Antonio Cromartie. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Hall of Famer Ronnie Lott. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35.
Let's do this. Griffin's pass intercepted.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see.
And I think the ball's out. And this is recovered by the Chargers. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up.
Without your money, I'm not. Thought he had a plan, but we gon' foil his plan.
Younghoe Koo set to kick off.
Set to go. Younghoe Koo ready to do the honors. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
In your face.
Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Well, I sure wouldn't be surprised if we see more of this as this game goes on, because we know they like to use their wideouts either on quick throws or on jet sweeps like what we just saw there. And to say that that one worked well, partner, that's stating the obvious.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll try the air now with Tannehill. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21.
2nd down.
Block.
Another try after the first down sack. Tannehill looking deep downfield. And this is caught at the 20. And great yardage here all the way deep into Los Angeles territory.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
A first down carry for Henry. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Weddle. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line. Offensively, a far from ideal start there with a pick on the opening drive.
Yeah, not exactly what they were looking for. We know that. That's pretty obvious. The beauty, though, is it's happening early. If they don't panic, they don't compound this problem, they've got a long way to go and a chance to get back in it.
23 yards on the play.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 26 big yards on that one. It's another first down. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on it. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Javon Curse in there for the sack on what will be the final play of this first quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Throwing on 2nd and long. Griffin. It's caught inside the 25. 27 yards there, a first down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Dancing to his left. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Griffin. And his throw here's incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Throwing again, Griffin. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that will be incomplete.
That sun's going to be a factor all game long. I'm not sure it made a difference on that one, but it's something to think about on all deep throws during this time of year.
Field goal coming from Younghoe Koo. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. And the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead. So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal.
So maybe now the mentality changes in this game, because anytime you can get to the red zone, and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
At their own 18-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it should be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves. Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
They got a man. It's Woods. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. Tannehill now on the option. And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by 2-time All-Pro Rodney Harrison. The 20, 10, and he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD.
What are you doing?
That's a tough spot as a quarterback, Charles. You want to get rid of it, but you see what can happen when you do try to get rid of it with pressure.
Yeah, and how about the pressure coming without them having to blitz? That's when you know things are clicking for your defense, and the end result, they end up gaining 6 points.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
They told us they got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
On 1st down, it's Tannehill. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by 2-time All-Pro Rodney Harrison. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course. 2nd and 10 now from the 27.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Throw left side complete. It's Gonzalez. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
They'll throw on 1st down with Griffin. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Buying time, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Taken down right at the line of scrimmage.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Griffin, that one's complete to Tomlinson. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. From 13 yards out, and the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
fielded near the back of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Play.
Out of the gun, Tannehill. Flushed out right. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
That's good.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. On first down, Tannehill. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Throwing on 2nd and long. Tannehill. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Randy Moss, incomplete. Casey Hayward on the coverage.
Let's go.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. The final shot here before the break. Tannehill. He's going deep for Brown. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Deion Sanders, the Hall of Famer, with a pick. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the 3rd quarter. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. On 1st and 10, it's Griffin. Gonna let this thing go deep for Gates. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. And that one results in 35 yards.
But they didn't ease into that drive right out of the turnover. They go for the big shot downfield and hit it. A lot of teams have that opportunity, but not every coach is going to greenlight that type of a play call. I love their aggressiveness.
He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers.
Yeah, we dominate today.
From 8 yards out, and the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And, you know, they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. From his goal line here, Tannehill. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, trying to get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
To throw again on 2nd down. Tannehill. He's going to let this one go deep. It's caught inside the 25.
I told y'all it was going to be a big one. I told y'all.
Randy Moss, 65 yards. And his guys are able to close that gap just a bit. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent is really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from him, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to... He's by himself. Keenan Allen past the 20.
This is too easy right here.
And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, 75 yards. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side, because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Derrick Henry taking it in. And his guys are able to cut into that deficit. So the big play to kick off the drive set them up first and goal, and they're able to cash in right away on play number 2. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Deion Sanders.
Well, as most teams do in their two-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you got a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there. That's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz, whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A. Final minute now of the third quarter. Throwing now, Griffin on first down. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. But DeForest Buckner using those big hands and getting in there and bringing him down for the sack. After the sack on first down, Griffin. And that'll be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Third and long. It's Griffin on the move, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here's Ty Long now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. From the gun, here's Tannehill. Man open left side is Brown. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Tannehill. And now here is another interception. Derwin James with a pick. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later ones.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's second and goal. Eluding the pressure right. Got a man, it's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chargers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that will bump the lead up to 26. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. They'll take over. First down and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious? Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. Second and 19. He's going to air one out. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A big play there. 41 yards. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. From the 50, it's Tannehill. And he's going to go down again. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by two-time All-Pro Rodney Harrison. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at the 45-yard line.
After the interception, here's Griffin. This is for his running back, Tomlinson. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, they just continue to roll. And, Charles, for you and I, we want the close games, but for them, it has to be so nice to enjoy this big cushion.
I can't remember the last time we saw them play this loose and have this much fun. I think they'd love to be able to capture this game, carry it with them from week to week, and be able to execute like this in all the rest of their games.
Fair made at the 25-yard line. They'll take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
that's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A gain there of 21 yards.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Run.
Here we go, 37's the Mike. Mike 37. It's going to be a long day for you.
They go play action here on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Second and 10. Tannehill once more. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Brown. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
Here we go. 30. Tight right.
Now a first down throw. Tannehill. His throw caught at about the 5. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. No gain on the play, and it's going to be second and goal. Another shot from the 1 on second and goal. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. No success on first down. He couldn't get any yardage. They give it to him again, and he finds the end zone.
Sometimes it just has to be persistence, doesn't it? And you know who else helps with that? Offensive line. After a team's been stuffed, the last thing they want to do is go to a different play call. They want to come back and do it again and show that they can dominate the line of scrimmage.
Coup now for the point after. And that'll cut the lead down to 26.
Makes the score.
So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick. And this will not work out. The Chargers able to recover. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
Let's go.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick